Hi guys, Steve here. In this video I'm going to take a look at Kerbal Space Program 2. This game's been years in development, but it's still in early access with lots of stuff missing. And once you download it on Steam, it installs its own downloader. Right, I'll show you the settings. That's the graphical settings I've got at the moment. I've turned up to high, see if I can handle it. Right, start new campaign. Normal difficulty, sandbox mode. Nooblets. Nooblets Space Agency. Now, unfortunately, you still cannot import your own flag, which is a bit disappointing to say the least, to say this is a full-on game. Let's go for that logo. Base colours. Let's have white with orange accent. So agency colours. There we go. Skip the intro. Training center. Let's go vehicle assembly, the main thing we're all here for. Vehicle assembly building, VAB. Right, because it's my first rocket, he wants me to do the baby one, but let's go for a bigger one, shall we? That's a 1 Kerbal module. This is a 3. Let's go for 1 for now. Can always upgrade it. Right. These are different command modules. Oh, some new ones. Fuel. Engines. Stabilization. Decouplers. Right, I need a new decoupler. I'm going to have this split off from the rest of rocket. Let's have stabilization. There we go. What's under this one? Okay. So have it stabilizing. Use your gyro. Right, I need fuel. Oh, that's too big. Let's have a little one. And I want some RC thrusters. Now it's on ×1, so you just place 1 unit. ×2, so it mirrors it. ×3 and ×4. Let's go for ×4. Okay, I'll leave those orange bits free. Okay, so that's gonna shoot propellant out of all those jets. Right, we've got stabilization sorted. Let's have fuel. So I'm going to go for baby rocket. And we need a smaller engine for that, because this is going to be up in space. And we're going to need a parachute. Let's go for what's a bit big in it. That's a side one, extra small. Yeah, let's go for that one. So that's my top part of my baby rocket. What I'll do for different staging while we're at it. So I'm going to add a stage, drag a parachute up, so it always starts from the bottom. So first it's going to ignite the engine, then when we're in the right place we're going to decouple and split the capsule off from the engine and the fuel tank. And as we're coming back down, I'm going to open a parachute, hopefully. Right, let's build another decoupler. There. Right, we've got the top stage done. Let's get another fuel tank. Put that underneath. The more weight you put into a rocket, the more thrust you use. Well, the bigger the payload, the bigger everything else has to be down. Let's put an engine in. 4,000. Let's go for one of them. Fairly big one. Now that's not going to be enough to lift me up. So I want a decoupler on the sides. Let's put it on the white bit. Let's put it there. Like so. We've got 4 of them. I'm going to have another fuel tank. Let's make sure. Got it in. There we go. You can have more fuel tanks if you want, but I'm going to stick with that. So we get on. And I'm going to have those engines. So all those will be working together. But if I fire all these 5 at the same time, these are going to run out first. So I'm going to eject them. I want to feed the fuel from all these into this one. So this one's completely full of fuel by the time these are empty. So I'm going to need a fuel line. Go to fuel. Is at the bottom. Right, I want to feed all the fuel from the outer ones into the central one. Let's put a nose cone on. Can we do that one? How do we rotate it? Stop them straight like that, that's better. Right, now the struts. I'll put these in so it's not moving around. So it's been connected by there, and in the middle, and we're going to do one on the inside as well, at the bottom. Right, do you think that's going to get us to space? Let's sort our staging out. So, we've got 4 engines there, all the outer ones, and I want a 5th one to fire as well. So drag that down. So all these are going to fire at stage 1. And then when these outer ones have fed all the fuel and used it all up and fed it into the central, we're going to decouple. Delete that one. That 5th one is still going to fire, still keep going. Then when that's run out of fuel, I'm going to decouple and go to the 4th stage, which is this little engine. Then when that's run out, we should be coming back to Earth. Hopefully, that's the plan. Right, that's the rocket as is. To help it manoeuvre a bit more, I'm going to put a few fins on it. Put on down there in the centre. Looking okay. And that's the finished rocket. Looking okay. Let's go for launch. So this is my mighty rocket. I could have put struts in to hold it up, but it'll do. There's a bit of weight on the rocket engine. Right, control lowers the thrust, shift raises it. Put it down to 30%. That's the globe. and where you're facing. Speed up time. This is your engines. That's all the fuel in it. Remember, we've got all the fuel being used and then being fed into the central one, so this will be full by the time we decouple the outer tanks. We've got all our stages. There's a little Bill Newman. He's excited, bless him. He's ready to go. Let's see if he can be the first Kerbin. Circle the globe and do an EVA. Right, let's go. We have a countdown. We've added that. That's my space stand. Looks looking good. Under off. I'm going to go straight up. Max thrust. See if fuel's going down. If you press M, you see Kerbal. It's Kerbin, and that's because we're right. We're going straight up because the world's turning. It goes off centre, and if we cut our engines, we'll just plummet back down. Leaving the space centre behind. I'm going to keep going up until the fuel runs out. That glorious rocket. Almost gone. Just going to press space again. Eject the empty fuel tanks because they're a waste of weight. And then press D and slowly lean over to the right. I'll show you why I'm doing this in a second. We've got all this fuel now. There's the altitude. Right, let's go to about here. Turn RCS on, so it's going to keep us in that direction. And now we're going sideways. So instead of going up and going back down again, we are moving our trajectory to the side because we want to be, well, basically fall off Earth and keep going round and round. That's how you do an orbit. Falling with style. So the fuel, about half left. Go in, steady on 90 degrees. Oh, we're going to have enough to get into orbit. Like if I cut engines now, it will go up to here, and then plummet back down. It'll create a ring once we've done it. Oh, we're going to get enough fuel. We might just make it. It should speed up soon. Still going fast sideways. Here we go. Whoop, run out of fuel and it will take us down here. However, I'm going to check that. Leave that empty booster behind. We've got another engine which is smaller, but because our spacecraft is now smaller, that's fine. And it's going all the way around the world. There we go. Now that's a bit low for an orbit, so I'm going to keep going. I could wait till then and adjust our trajectory, but That'll do for now. So we're in space. Because we're skimming around the other side of a planet and it goes really close, gravity's going to pull us in. But we made it, we're in space. Bill's excited, bless him. Check the map. Now why is it not telling us how far is away from Kerbal? It did on the first one. Now I'm going to adjust our trajectory and make a better orbit. I'm going to create a point. Move it sideways so it's more elliptical. So that's our current orbit, and this is our new one. Our pod is moving to this point, and we've got 1 minute 43 seconds until I've got to do a burn. So now I'm going to aim at where we want to go, which is that white cross there. Turn RC on and off to lock us in that position. We've got 1 minute 20. You need to adjust your nose to point to the right direction. And I think we've burned for 4 seconds. One minute to go, we can speed up time. Show you, slow it down. Show on the map. We're coming up to it. Like it's been many, many years since I played Kerbal 1. I'm see if I can wing it. 15 seconds to go. A shift. Do a burn. That's how long it wants us to do it for. And you'll see the adjustment of where we're going. It wasn't 5 seconds from like 20 odd. We've got enough fuel though. That'll do. Delete that point. And we're in orbit. It's a bit of a wide one, but it'll do. Right. Here's the first Kerbal in orbit. Let's have a little spacewalk. Here's a little fella. Right, let go space. Or board would be. He's letting go. He's free-handing it. He looks a bit scared. Let's grab it back again so we don't fly off. That's enough excitement for him. He can go back in now. Right, we want to land back at base, hopefully. Well, on the planet anyway. So I'm going to add a new point. I'm going to pull it back. So the line goes into the planet. and it will re-enter the atmosphere. And then I'm going to move that point around. Let's go a bit overshooting it. I can always use my engines. Right, start burn in 1 minute. Or is that 1 hour? Yeah, it's 1 hour. I can speed up time, don't worry. So then I'm going to go back to the view, line up with where my new course wants to take me. Turn RCS on and off. Go on, so it locks me there. So I'm pointing in the right direction. You've got a bit of fuel left. You might make it. Speed time up. Wait until I go around into the right position. In fact, I'll show you what the planet looks like when I speed it up. There's the Mun. I'm going to try and get there. Oh crap! Oh, overshot it. Oh, overshot it by a lot. Okay, let's go around again. No problem. That's the risk of showing you what I'm doing. Alright, we're coming up to it now. We don't want him lost in space. I've got to adjust the point because the world's changed. Go. That's better. Rotating. I'll move this a bit far to the right to catch up. I want to land on the sunny side. Alright, circled Kerbin a few times. Let's do it there. You can tell I've not played for ages. I'll do thrust up, overshot it a bit, and you now see where it's going closer and closer to the planet. We should have enough fuel. Delete that. I'm gonna eyeball it. There we go, we're going to hit the planet now. The planet's rotating that side. We've run out of fuel. Eject that stage. Our last stage is a parachute. Let's speed up time a little bit. Do the booster float off. We're dropping down to the planet. As long as we're in the area, it's fine. I don't want him to have a long trip back. Got a basic heat shield. It should do. When they hit the atmosphere, it will flip us round the right way. There's them on again. Coming in fast. The distance from the ground. Flips us over. Gas is coming through the floor. Don't know if you need to sort that out. Still high up. If you go too fast in, like when it's flaming, it'll rip the parachutes off. Slows us down as we go through the atmosphere. Here we go. Get ready to put the parachutes out. Clouds are a bit low. (1,000 feet). Deploy parachute. Leaving it a bit late. It's successfully deployed. Bill's still excited. Bless him. We're drifting down. You can speed up time if you want. We're going in for a touchdown. There we go. He's made it back to Kerbin. Our first successful mission. On the next video, I'm going to try and land on the moon. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. If you enjoyed this video, please like. Please consider subscribing if you're not already. And click like if you enjoyed it. Thank you.